The Story of the Lost Child by Elena Ferrante. Translated by Anne Goldstein and dramatised for radio by Timberlake Wertenbaker. Starring Monica Dolan as Lena and Anastasia Hilly as Lila. Episode 2.
I knew you'd come back to Naples.
I didn't come back to the neighbourhood. I didn't even get in touch with you.
You came back.
Nino had been as good as his word. He'd rented a flat on the Via Tasso for me and the girls. It was infested with ants and there was nothing more than a bed and a table. I told him my decision was because of Franco's suicide and I wanted nothing to do with him, but he came most evenings. And shortly after his wife, Eleonora, gave birth to a baby girl, we became lovers again. Don't ever think, Nino, this means I'm at your command. I can't leave you now, but sooner or later I will.
You won't ever have any reason to leave me.
I have plenty of reasons now.
Everything will change.
You'll leave your wife.
You're the woman I love, and I love your daughters.
They hate it here.
Well, that will change too. You'll see.
I've promised my publisher a new book in the next few months. I need to work.
Did you talk to him about my essays?
Yes, of course, and he's agreed to publish them. He only wants you to do a little more work.
Well, that's excellent. Let's work on them together. You're the genius.
Pietro is finally bringing out his book too.
Pietro? Well, no one will read what that dry old stick has to say.
Please don't insult my husband. He's well respected in his circle. You know, his mother's doing everything she can to keep me from getting published.
Forget the erotas. Let's organise a dinner party here. I want you to meet all my friends. They're very cultured. You'll like them.
I did my best to avoid asking myself awkward questions.
You did your best to avoid me.
Was I here in Naples just to make Nino happy? Was I simply falling into the traditional role of a mistress?
If you'd asked me.
What I loved most about the flat was the view from the balcony. I saw all of Naples below me, stretching down to the sea.
Naples below you, yes.
The old neighbourhood from Via Tasso was a distant rock pile, some urban debris at the foot of Vesuvius. I was another person.
But your mother was in the old neighbourhood.
I was afraid that after the scene in Florence, she would refuse to see me. Eventually, I decided to take the girls. I didn't telephone ahead. Early one morning, we took the metro to the neighbourhood. I carefully avoided walking by the gas pump where Carmela worked.
So I wouldn't find out you'd come.
I didn't know how I was going to arrange things with you. I was a different person now.
What does that mean, Lena?
I had left.
And here you were, ringing on the doorbell to your mother's flat.
I thrust the girls in front of me. I heard the limping step of my mother.
Grandma! Dede, Elsa! Oh, I'm so happy to see you.
Mama, what's happened?
Come with me.
Mama, you're so thin.
What's that to you?
Grandma, can we go play in the courtyard?
No! Of course you can. Go on, go and explore.
Mama, have you seen a doctor?
Imagine if I started throwing money at doctors and medicine, where would we be?
Does Elisa know you're not well?
Elisa is pregnant.
With Marcello? Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't she? Mama, I've taken a flat on the Via Tasso.
Is your husband with you?
No.
Then don't ever come to this house again. This is a respectable home.
Today isn't like the old days, Mama. Why don't you say anything about Elisa? She's pregnant and she's not even married to Marcello.
Did Elisa study the way you did? I don't expect from Elisa what I expect from you.
I've written 2 books. Greco is becoming an important name.
You're nothing. You're nobody. I'm respected in this neighbourhood, but it's not because of you, it's because of Elisa. She didn't study, but she's a lady. And you have a university degree and look where you've ended up. I made so many mistakes with you. I used to think Lila was bad, but you're the bad one. Lila's done really well. She's bought a house for her parents. She orders everyone around, even Michele Solara. You? Who do you order around? That piece of shit, the son of Donato Sartori?
She didn't offer us lunch. I walked with the girls to my sister's flat. Elisa, it's me, Lena.
What do you want?
I've got the girls here. They wanted to see you.
Obviously, a lot. Of course. Oh, I love it. I love that dress. Hi, girls. I've already said that. Come on, let's play. It's amazing.
Sit down quietly, girls.
Oh, no. Fine, I'll have this.
I didn't know you were pregnant.
Well, I am.
Elisa, I'm worried about Mama.
If you hadn't disappointed her the way you have, she wouldn't be in this state.
I think there's something wrong physically.
Well, I'm in a worse state than she is.
You're pregnant, that's not the same.
Since you're in Naples, you can take care of Mama, instead of always leaving it to me. Give her a bit of attention and she'll be healthy again.
If she lets me. How are things with Marcello?
I'm fine. He has worries, that's all.
What worries?
Oh, Lena, stick to your books. Life is something else. And if you see Lila, tell her she better stay where she belongs.
Mama just told me she's set up on her own.
With our money. She twists Michele round her little finger, but not my Marcello. She better watch out.
You're sounding like a Solara, Elisa.
I'd offer you lunch, but I'm tired.
I left, depressed by Elisa's tone. The girls were hungry. I walked by the petrol station without thinking. Carmela saw me and immediately asked me to come to her house. From there, she insisted on calling you. Carmela's husband came, and then you came with Enzo, and a big pimply teenage boy, your son Gennaro. Dede was thrilled to see him, and immediately pulled him towards her.
Hello. Oh, how well you girls look, Lena. You've done the right thing to return to Naples.
I didn't recognise Gennaro. He's grown?
Well, he's not doing well in school. He did well before, but not now. He's falling behind. He can't manage Latin or Greek.
I'll tutor him.
Would you?
And then you talked about your work, your new computers.
You weren't interested.
I didn't understand all the technical language, but it was clear you were doing well. You'd started your own business, Basic Site. You're your own bosses, then?
Well, Enzo's the boss.
We're hardly bosses, Lena. Our headquarters are in the bedrooms of our house. I'm the majority partner and administrator, but it's Lila who is the soul of the enterprise.
At that moment, I saw a look pass between Carmela and you and Enzo, a kind of question. Can she be trusted? I noticed a slight nod from you.
Lena, we've seen Pasquale. He appeared out of the blue one night. He was fine, but he said he would never surrender and remain on the run forever, if need be. We don't all agree with Pasquale's choices, but, the violence. But whatever he did, none of us will ever reject him. You understand?
Yes, I do, Carmela.
He met his nephews for the first time. And the next morning he was gone.
Pasquale is strong. He'll survive. Where are you living, Lena?
On the Via Tasso. I have a view of the sea.
What's the sea from up there? It's a bit of colour. You should move closer and notice the real Naples. The filth, the mud, the polluted water. But then you write books that tell lies, not the truth.
Well, I'm there.
One can always change. Take a place here.
I'm there.
Are you planning to have a child with Nino?
With your unerring gaze, you had managed to see, and now to bring into the open, a secret tremor that I had tried to ignore. Yes, I wanted a child of Nino's. You always saw so clearly everyone around you, but sometimes you abused your insights.
I knew you were afraid of me when you gave me the wrong telephone number.
But as always, I needed you. This time it was to look after my daughters while Nino and I went to the United States. We both had invitations, Nino for a conference and me to meet my American publishers.
I felt Dede and Elsa were more than my daughters. I was happy to have them.
I had a wonderful time in New York and Boston. I loved being away, free, meeting new people. It was one of the happiest times of my life. And my daughters had a happy time with you. I suspected I was pregnant. I wanted to talk to you about it.
But I gave you my good news first. I was pregnant.
We were two very different pregnant women. My body reacted with eager acceptance.
You became pink.
You were greenish. You threw up all the time. But I was on my own, and you had Enzo. Added to his usual pride and desire for work, there was something new in Enzo. Everything he did was aimed at protecting you from any metaphysical or physical danger. He told Stefano, and he told Gennaro.
Gennaro didn't take it well.
You helped me tell my daughters, but I also had to tell Nino.
You were afraid, but I said, consider it a test.
But he was happy. He agreed to give his name to our child.
It was Pietro who was delighted you were having another child and offered to help in any way he could.
It was Nino who found me an excellent gynaecologist. You came too.
I didn't like her.
And in the 4th month of my pregnancy, we discovered that my mother was ill. Cancer. My father fell apart. My brothers felt powerless. My sister Elisa spent all day in a dressing gown with her new baby, frightened and depressed. I wanted my mother to understand at last that however much she had tormented me, I loved her. I took charge. At first, she made things as difficult as she could.
Mama, why are you here? I can go to the hospital on my own, Lena. And you're much too polite to the doctors. If you don't spit in their faces, they don't respect you. Lena, you won't let me die in a hospital ward on my own, will you? Well, what are you waiting for? Aren't we going together? Hold my arm.
Gradually, she softened, and she talked to me as she never had before.
Do you know why I'm lame?
No, Mama, you never told me.
The angel of death touched me when I was a child, just like now. But I screwed him then and I'll screw him now. Because if you know how to suffer, the angel of death respects you and goes away. Now look at this leg. It's shriveled, but it's still there.
Mama, please, now pull down your dress.
You want to know what the only really good thing that ever happened to me was? It was giving birth to you.
Me? But
yeah. The moment you came out of my belly. You, my first child. And that's the worst sin I've committed, and I'll go to hell for it because I never felt attached to the other children in the same way. They were like stepchildren to me. And I deserve the disappointment you've brought me. Oh, what a blow, Leno. You should never have left Pietro to go with that son of Saratory. He's worse than his father. An honest man with 2 children of his own doesn't take someone else's wife. I never looked after your brothers and sisters properly, and now I've abandoned them to their own fate, and I'm ashamed.
You'll see, Mama. Nina will get divorced. I'll make everything all right for all of us. My brothers and sister too.
I gave my children to Marcello Solara, but I was wrong. He's worse than Michele. He's covered my children with mud. Lila is the only one who can put order in this rotten neighbourhood. Lila helps everyone. Talk to her. See if she can take your brothers off the streets. There's a lot you don't know about what's happening here, Lena. Only Lila can help. And one day, you'll see, she'll crush the Solaras.
I got fatter and fatter, and you remained thin. We went to see the gynaecologist together. It was in the waiting room that we had the most fun.
Do you remember we used to play at being mothers with our dolls? Mine was called Tina, and yours was New.
Yeah. Remember when you threw Tina into the cellar? And then I threw New in, and we had to squeeze through the door and go down the steps. And there was the gas mask.
Yeah.
And we never found them, so we had to go up the steps to Don Aquile's flat. And we thought he was an ogre. The father of your future first husband, an ogre with a big sack. The doctor's convinced you'll have a boy and that I'll have a girl.
Yeah.
But I already have 2 girls. Shall we swap?
Of course we can swap. No problem.
Here we are, both 36, and still the closest friends. But were we? After the doctor's visit, you went back to the neighbourhood, and I to Via Tasso, where I made supper for Nino's friends, and we discussed politics late into the night, wondering whether there was still such a thing as a proletariat. I told you everything about my life, but you told me very little, and I began to feel things were being kept from me.
What could you understand, living up there in the rarefied atmosphere of the Via Tasso?
I decided to have it out with you. We were in your flat. It was very hot. You complained of a headache. Why is my mother so worried about my brothers, Lila? Why does she say Marcello put them in the mud?
Oh, you know what Marcello's like. Remember when I threatened him with a knife as a girl? He's never forgiven me. And for marrying Stefano all those years ago instead of him. You forget Marcello.
And there's Elisa, so depressed. She says you've ruined Michele.
It's not my fault he's obsessed with me. And now he's running after the shadow of my shadow.
What do you mean, the shadow of your shadow?
Oh, forget it, Lena. You know that little red book that everyone was afraid of, that was controlled by the Solara's mother? Well, now Marcello controls it, and he's been bringing drugs into the neighbourhood.
Well, what's wrong with drugs? Some friends of mine take them for release.
The son of Signora Palmieri was found dead in the gardens 2 weeks ago. Is that what you call release?
Maybe he had heart trouble.
He had heroin trouble.
When you say Michele is pursuing the shadow of your shadow, do you mean Alfonso? Yeah, every time I see Alfonso, he looks more like you.
Oh, we see each other every day.
Remember when we were trying on maternity dresses?
Yeah.
And you asked him to model one for us?
Oh, it's so hot. How's your mother?
You know so much. You tell me nothing.
Well, you're the writer.
Yeah, I should write the way you talk. Leave abysses. Construct unfinished bridges. Suggestions. Michele enthralled by the shadow of your shadow. The veins of Signora Palmieri's son. What's... Lila? 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 Lila, we have to get out.
No.
Move. Lila, come on, quick. Help me. I can't carry you, Lila. Lila! It was the earthquake of November 23rd, 1980. I was frightened, yes, but you became another person. Immobile, eyes widened in terror.
The dissolving boundaries. The rats are escaping. I don't know. There. I left the keys on the table.
I'll get a stone. I'll break a window. Don't worry, I'll get it repaired later. Get inside.
It's the outlines of people. Things. They're delicate, Lena. They break. I've always known it. This liquid, nutty solid.
It is. Lila, look. Those are real people. They're running into the streets like us. Look, there's Marcello with my sister and my mother driving on the pavement.
No, liquid metal, the gushing of liquid flesh. If I get distracted for a minute, this is what happens. You remember the fireworks at Stefano's when my brother Vino dissolved right there? A disgusting brother dripped out the one I loved right in front of me. Even in Ischia, the night sky. No, there were poisoned egg stars. The light stuck in my teeth and the gelatinous black of the day. The head finds a way, it controls, but the terror remains. Even the creature in my belly, Lena. Good feelings are fragile. You remember when I married Stefano and I wanted to save the neighbourhood? Well, I can't manage to solidify myself. Maestro Oliveira was right. I'm bad.
No.
I can't even keep our friendship. You've been so patient. And tonight I see there's always a solvent that undoes everything. Lena, if I insult you, if I say ugly things, shut your ears. I don't want to do it. Even if I do it, Lena, just don't leave me or I'll fall in. Never leave me.
No, come on. I held you tight, and at last you fell asleep. I could feel the aftershocks. I could hear the odd shout, but now the stradone was empty. I felt the infant move in my belly. I checked your stomach. Yours was moving too. Everything was moving. But I felt that in me, fear couldn't put down roots. I could give myself weight.
You were solid, but I was liquid. And when the liquid prevailed, chaos seemed the only truth, and I erased myself. I became nothing.
Enzo and Gennaro returned in the evening, ashen, having looked everywhere for you. Nino didn't come back until some days later, looking like he'd been on holiday. He told me he'd taken his children to safety in a villa that belonged to Eleonora's family.
And you had been so worried about him.
He showed up less and less. And when he came...
You haven't been here for days.
I've been very busy at the university, and then the politics.
I can understand I'm not attractive at the moment, but I am carrying your child, Nino.
I know.
What do you hear about your son?
My son?
Don't you even remember you have a son? His name's Mirko. I saw him in Milan and he looked just like you. Did you acknowledge him? Did you have anything to do with him?
Sometimes I don't know what to do with you, Lena. You pay too much attention to your friend Lila.
What does Lila have to do with anything?
She ruins your head, your feelings, everything.
Tonight, Nino, I want to sleep alone.
Fine. I'll see you in a few days.
That night, I felt my first contractions. I called Pietro to come and get the girls. I felt all my rage leave me. And on January 22nd, 1981, my third child was delivered.
What did you have?
A girl. I never found it difficult to give birth, Lila, but that was the easiest I ever had. I'm already back home. The gynecologist is really pleased with me. And Nino has acknowledged the child.
We're coming now.
Sorry, who?
Your mother and I.
It's too cold. Tell her to wait. She'll get ill in this cold.
Well, I told her, but she won't listen.
Nino's here.
So?
I went to the bathroom and fixed myself up. When I opened the door, I stepped back in shock. I hadn't seen my mother in 10 days. She was more bent than ever and gripped Lila's arm as if she were in a storm. I took her to a chair by the window. Nino was charming.
Look, Signora, there's Capri over there.
All right.
Yes, I'm a little tired.
Oh, you've already got your looks back. You're amazing.
Come see the baby.
Come on, lean on me. There we are.
Oh, that beautiful smell. Here, let me hold her.
I expected her to weigh more. The fat was all mine.
Who knows what mine will be like?
You'll have a beautiful boy.
Hey, remember we made a pact to exchange them? Here, you better take her to your mother.
Here, Ma. Here is Immaculata. Oh, we've named her after you.
It's a beautiful name.
Well, you can call her Emma. It's more modern. Oh, how beautiful you are, little one. Oh, what do you think, Lila? Isn't she beautiful? Oh.
But you had a look of horror on your face. You were staring at my mother's feet. Blood was pouring from under my mother's black dress down her legs.
Lord, I'll call an ambulance.
No, it's better we get her straight to hospital.
I'll go. Leila, can you look after Emma?
No, you can't leave her. She needs to be fed. Look, I'll go with Nino.
I don't want to die abandoned in a hospital then. I don't want to see the baby grow up. Don't let me die in a hospital,
Quick.
please.
There's no time to lose.
Nino carried my mother, followed by you, who had the keys of your car ready. I gave my breast to Emma. Felt confused. I should have taken care of my mother, not you and Nino, both of you, together again. I called my sister. She shouted I should have called an ambulance. The hours passed. Yes?
They admitted her. Nino knows the doctors. Everything's fine. Now be calm.
Is she alone?
Well, they won't let anyone in.
She doesn't want to die alone.
No, she's not dying, Lena. Now you get some rest, otherwise your milk won't come. Lena,
trouble here.
Is she worse?
No, but Marcello is here. He's arguing with Nino.
Let me speak with Marcello.
Marcello.
Your sister doesn't want your mother left alone in hospital. Come to get her and take her to a nice clinic in Capodimonte where she'll have a room of her own and be well looked after. Is that wrong, Lena? You gave birth in a clinic, Elisa gave birth in a clinic. Why should your mother die in a city hospital?
Because the best doctors are there.
The doctors are where the money is. Who's in charge here, you, Lila, or this Saratoris shit? Here, give me that. Oh, Lena, your mother can't be moved.
Did you ask the doctors? She doesn't want to die in hospital.
Private clinics are disgusting.
No, ask the doctors and come home.
I'm not leaving Lila with this shit.
Lila can look after herself. I need you here.
I've mobilised a lot of important people to get your mother looked after, and this shit is going to win.
Come home now. At 6 in the morning, the phone rang again. Lila, where are you?
I managed to sneak into the ward where they put your mother. She's with 5 other women. They're all groaning and crying, and she's shouting that she wants to die. I managed to calm her, but I have to go because it's day. I'm not supposed to be here.
The next phone call was from my sister, Elisa.
Don't bother looking for our mother at that hospital, Lena. We got a discharge this morning. Marcello came with the head physician. He picked him up from his house and Mama was transferred there and then to the private clinic. Oh, don't worry. We'll pay for it all. And listen, Lena, I don't think your friend Sartori knows who he's dealing with. Just because he's a professor, he thinks he knows things. But you better explain to him how things work round here. And tell Lila that Marcello isn't someone she can twist round her little finger anymore. He's changed. And if she ever insults him again, or speaks to me the way she did at the hospital, he'll kill her.
The clinic became a meeting place for the neighbourhood. Only you and Nino didn't come.
I offered to help in other ways. I looked after the girls.
And your baby was late. But even if you didn't go to the clinic, your pervading presence was there, everywhere. Carmela, who sometimes drove me, attributed magical powers to you. But it was Alfonso who spoke about you most, during the snatched moments when the doctors were seeing my mother and we waited together in the gleaming white corridor.
Lila taught me a job with a great future. Without Lila, I would still be selling shoes. But the most beautiful thing she did was to impose clarity on me, to make me admit that if I touch the bare foot of a woman, I feel nothing. Whereas if I touch the foot of a man, brush his hand, I die with desire. Remember when you and Lila came to my father's house, looking for your dolls, and my father asked if I had taken them? That was already the shame of my family. Even as a child, I knew I wasn't the same as the others. There was another thing hidden in my veins, but I didn't know what it was. Lila taught me to take a little of her inside myself. But I'm not Lila. I'm another person who is defining himself. Do you understand?
I think so.
Marcello hates me because of Michele. If they murder me, Lena, remember it was Marcello.
Don't exaggerate.
Marcello thinks Michele went mad because of me. Because I can be so like Lila. And Michele now, he and I... And Marcello hates that. He blames Lila. Come back to the neighbourhood, Lena, and you'll understand us better.
Even my mother attributed magical powers to you. She made my brothers swear they would ask you for jobs. At the same time, she asked Marcello to marry Elisa.
And she'll have a proper wedding. It's only you I'm worried about, Leno. But you've always been able to arrange things as you liked. I have confidence. I'm truly content now.
My formidable mother slipped gently into a coma, and a few days later, she died.
A girl.
And we all thought it was going to be a boy.
We're calling her Nunciatina. Tina, for short. Oh, by the way, Lena, it's not true that giving birth gets easier. Stupid doctor kept saying I was trying to hold the baby in. She kept shouting, push, push. I told her she could bloody push. Listen, she's beautiful. How much did Emma weigh?
£7.
Oh, well, Tina weighs almost £9.
You know you've given your daughter the name of my doll?
What doll?
Tina, don't you remember? Oh, she was a beautiful doll.
Well, my daughter is more beautiful. Wait till you see her.
I'll come tomorrow.
Oh.
My editor is coming to dinner tonight. I'm very nervous. I promised a new novel a year ago and I haven't written a thing. Nino is hoping he'll publish his new book of essays.
Oh, Enzo will look after both our little girls. He's completely besotted with Tina.
I wish I could say the same of Nino with Emma. The dinner with the editor did not go well. He wasn't interested in Nino's book of essays, but he was very interested in my new book, the one I had said I was well into and hadn't even started. I found myself promising to deliver the book in the autumn of 1982, barely a few months away. When he left, I panicked.
I can't possibly deliver the book in time. Adele's been plotting against me. She probably told him I wasn't writing anything.
Don't exaggerate the intrigues of the Erotas. They're above all that.
You're saying that because Guido Erotta praised some of your articles. You don't care about me.
Why don't you just write the book?
How am I supposed to write the book? Do you have any idea what my life has been like all these months, looking after two girls while my mother was dying? And the pregnancy, and now Emma, and you take no interest in her whatsoever. You come and go as you please, but meanwhile there are 3 girls to be looked after, the shopping, the cooking, the cleaning, and then you're off with Eleonora, leaving me humiliated. I'm almost divorced from Pietro, and you can't even separate from your wife. How am I supposed to work when I'm miserable, ashamed, and overloaded with responsibilities?
If looking after the house is too much, let's get you a housekeeper. She can shop and cook, look after the girls. I'll find her and pay for her. Don't worry.
Fine. Get her then, tomorrow.
But things were going well for Nino. He had a bi-weekly column in Il Mattino. He became a consultant for an American foundation. I noticed that all of these favours were brought to him not by men, but by women. Hadn't I helped him publish his first book of essays? I remembered your words.
Nino is not your friend.
He found a plump, middle-aged woman, Silvana, to do the cooking and take the children to school. I could now go to the library. One morning, as I was driving slowly through the morning traffic, I thought of a story about a woman who discovers on her wedding night that a part of her husband's body belongs to a childhood friend of hers. As I was following the thread of the story, I realised I'd forgotten to buy nappies for Emma. Daily life had once again come crashing through my imagination. I turned around, bought the nappies, went into the flat where I expected to find Emma with Silvana. It was silent. I saw Emma, without a nappy, playing alone with a doll. I could hear faint noises from the bathroom. I saw the back of Silvana's head, and in the mirror I saw Nino's face, his eyes closed, standing with only an undershirt on, and Silvana bent forward, her hands resting on the sink. Nino was thrusting his flat white stomach against her large white buttocks. They saw me at that moment. Nino shouted something,
Lena!
But I'd already picked up Emma.
Lena!
I ran down the stairs to the car. I picked up the girls from school, shoved them into the car, and drove straight to your flat.
He must have woken up, found Silvana cleaning the bathroom, and not even bothered to pee before sticking his...
Calm down, Lena. The children can hear.
Mama. Tina says Mama already. I'll get rid of Silvana. I won't be able to write my book. I'll be dependent on Pietro. Nino. How could I? Did Nino call you?
Yes.
And?
I slammed down the phone.
He'll call again.
Yes.
Oh, Lila, I don't know how to live without him. I broke up my marriage for him. I came here. I had another child. Why?
Because you made a mistake.
You know something you're not telling me, don't you? I felt this for some time. Go on, tell me.
Nino's never stopped asking me to go back with him.
He told me he thought you were stupid.
Look, he asked before and even after you two were involved. Even at the hospital. When we were waiting outside while the doctors were examining your mother, he told me he was only with you to feel closer to me. Look, and I know you think I'm cruel to tell you this, but look at me, Leno. He's the one who's cruel, and it's the worst kind of cruelty. It's superficiality.
I went back to the Via Tasso. Lila persuaded me to leave all the children with her for a while. I waited for Nino to arrive. The doorbell finally rang. I ran to the door.
Antonio, what are you doing here?
Lila sent me. She doesn't want you to do anything foolish.
And how are you going to stop me?
May I come in and have a cup of coffee?
I made the coffee.
I'm waiting for Nino.
It's good coffee. And now, Lenu, I'm going to list every one of Nino's lovers, with their names, addresses, professions, and the dates of when the relationships began.
They were all there. Every woman who had been invited to the Via Tasso. Some who had played with my children. Women who had helped him get jobs. There was even the gynecologist who had looked after Lila and myself. There were no end dates to the relationships.
You could say he's faithful. He never cuts off relations. Sometimes he goes to one, sometimes to another.
Why wasn't I told this right away?
If you find out about infidelities at the wrong time, it's useless. When you're in love, you forgive everything.
Why did you do all this work? It must have taken you some time.
When they tell me to do a thing, I do it. Remember, I spied on Nino and Lila for the Solaras, but I didn't tell the Solaras I'd found her. And when I beat up Nino, it was because you loved him, and because I knew that if that piece of shit had gone back to Lila, she would have stayed with him and ruined herself.
You never told Lila that Nino was on his way back to her the night you beat him up?
No. When my head tells me to do something, I do it. Look how well she is now. She has everything.
And what orders do you have now?
Lila won't let me break the face of that shit. But if you ever decide you want that son of Sartori to repent, just tell me, Lena, and I'll make sure he repents. Don't laugh at me. I'm not educated like you or him.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because I've never felt so humiliated, so desperate. I feel like I'm fainting. Hold me, Antonio, please.
I'm not sure.
Closer. I want you. This time only. It's something you owe me.
I don't owe you anything, Lena. I loved you all my life, and instead you always loved him.
I never felt desire for anyone like the desire I felt for you. Out there, near the ponds. You were the discovery of excitement, the pit in the stomach that grows warm, the promise. Nothing afterwards was as intense. We couldn't then, but now.
The ponds of the neighbourhood of more than 20 years before joined the flat on the Via Tasso. We were delicate, we were brutal. Fury, anxiety mingled with tenderness. And at the end, we were both annihilated by wonder.
What happened?
I don't know, Lenu. But luckily it happened.
Oh, you're like everyone else, Antonio. You've just betrayed your beautiful German wife.
I haven't betrayed anyone. My wife, before, now, in the then, doesn't exist yet.
I know. We live today, the missing fragment of 20 years ago. Thank you. Who would ring at this hour?
Hello?
Lena, you're home. I'm coming right away.
No.
I'll explain everything. It's urgent.
It's over, Nino, for good.
I'm coming anyway.
If you do, Antonio will be here waiting for you.
I moved to the flat above yours. It's what you had always wanted.
Actually, I was surprised.
So what made you suddenly decide to come back here?
It's an experiment. It's an exercise in recomposition. You've spent your whole life in the neighbourhood. I'm in pieces.
So forget about experiments, Lena, or you'll leave again. I'm also in pieces. There's as much distance between my father's shoe repair shop and my office next door than here in the Via Tasso.
But it's my job as a writer to make things coherent, make the links.
Listen, why pretend when things are not coherent? There are no links.
I need to create some order. Remember the novel I gave you, which you hated? I tried to write about Naples. Adele told me it was unpublishable. Well, I gave it to my publisher last week because I'd promised a book, and with Nino and everything, I haven't written a single new word. Yeah. And you know what? He loves it. He's going to publish it, and I'm going to rewrite it here.
I don't understand anything about these things. Look, do you want to see the new machine that Enzo bought? Hey, the girls will love it. It's a home computer.
Dede? Elsa, come. They hate it here.
Well, I'll make them love it. Come, Tina. Come and look at the machine.
Inna, leave those toys and come too.
There was a marked difference between the girls. Tina sat on your knee and asked you to explain everything. Emma dragged her toy wagon into the office and showed no interest.
Tina's amazing. I've never seen a child so curious with such a large vocabulary. She's so charming, it puts you in a good mood just to be with her.
Well, Gennaro was also like that when he was young. Look at him now.
Never had so little space separated us, not even as children.
Your floor was my ceiling.
You kept your promise. Dede and Elsa spent time with you and came to love the neighbourhood.
Dede would wait for Gennaro to come home and rush out to greet him. She was only 12. He was 18. He ignored her, but she persisted.
Even Pietro approved and came to spend days with us. He often talked to you.
You're very intelligent, Lena, but Pietro is more intelligent than you. He's like you, but more natural. When Gennaro was little, even though I didn't know Pietro, I wanted him to become like that. I don't think I did enough. And then the neighbourhood took over. I'm worried Tina will also be ruined.
Tina is extraordinary. I see it more and more.
Help her to become like your daughters. You see, it's important to Enzo too. He told me to ask you. School isn't enough. Maestro Oliviero wasn't enough for me.
Different times. And then, yes, the neighbourhood.
Look, listen, Lena, I don't have much faith in it, but since you've decided to stay here with us, let's change the neighbourhood.
Your voice, your gaze, your gestures, your meanness and your generosity were intimately connected to the place of our birth. And when people wondered why I'd chosen to live in an increasingly run-down part of Naples, I knew the answer. I knew the rewrites of my book were because of you. What was true in it was because of you.
There was so much you didn't know, so much I didn't tell you.
I sat in your office and picked up rumours. I knew that Stefano Carracci was completely ruined. The Solaras were opening a new nightclub and there'd be noise, women, drugs. And then there was Alfonso. Not a rumour. All too real. He showed up one night when we were all having dinner at your flat, dressed as a woman. Elsa and Dede were speechless. He was drunk.
Lila, look at me. Am I getting fat? Am I getting ugly?
No.
Don't I look like you anymore, Lila?
No.
Why has Michele dumped me? I'm not even invited to Elisa's wedding. Lena, can you do something?
My sister barely talks to me.
I have a blocked intestine and I have a very terrible pain here in my ass.
Oh, God.
Do you girls want to see it?
Alfonso.
That's enough. Look, Enzo will take you home. We need you sober to work here tomorrow.
I don't want to go home. Why isn't Michele talking to me anymore?
No.
Marcello says he's come back to his senses.
Enough.
I don't know what's enough. I don't know how to control myself.
Come on, let Enzo take you.
All right.
Let Enzo
I'm going.
Come on.
I'll find my way home. Come on.
He didn't go home. He went to the Solara bar. There he met Michele. Michele punched him and then, grabbing a pole, systematically beat him. And only a few days later, I discovered needle marks all up Gennaro's arms. Enzo and I locked him up. I was worried you'd hear the screams through the floors.
I was busy with my book. I felt I had enriched it immeasurably with the details of the neighbourhood. A few days before the publication of the book, a photographer appeared. I was in an old pair of jeans and an old sweater. My hair was a mess.
Oh, what a job to get here. I'm from Milan. I don't understand these streets. It's such an awful place, isn't it? But it's just what we need. Are those your daughters?
I wasn't expecting you. I'm not quite ready. This is my daughter Emma, and this is her friend, Tina.
How do you do? Is that a camera? May I see?
What a lovely face that little girl has. Do you mind if I walk around? Oh, that's great. I like that old kitchen. Now, sit here. Do you have your book?
It's not out yet.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, you've written other books, haven't you? Grab one of those. Good. Now sit here. And now one with your daughter.
Emma?
Not that one, the other one.
She's not my daughter.
Oh, she has such a great face. Come here. Right. Look that way, both of you. Good.
Mama. Emma, darling, we'll have a picture of you with Mama.
Oh, let's get some pictures of the neighbourhood.
I waited for the article to come out, and in the meantime I travelled to publicise the book. I was coming back from Milan, dragging my suitcase along the Stradone, when a car pulled up along the road. It was Michele and Marcello, and I had a sudden memory of when the two Solara brothers had tried to pull me into their car, and how you had threatened Marcello with a knife. My mother's bracelet had broken. I was wearing the same bracelet now.
Look at this, Mika. The sister-in-law who writes novels.
What do you think you're doing, Lena? Writing despicable things about the place you were born in? About our family? About everyone who watched you grow up and loves and admires you?
What are you talking about?
This! Don't pretend you haven't seen it.
He thrust a copy of the article in my hands. I saw a huge photograph of myself and Tina, and the title, Elena Greco with her daughter Tina.
That's a mistake.
They didn't make a mistake. It's the two of you who've made a mistake.
Forget it, Miki. Lila manipulates her. She don't even realise it.
The article only used my book to give an account of what the writer called the dominion of the Solara brothers. It was mostly about Michele, listing his businesses, legal and illegal, the pastry shop, shoe factories, nightclubs, loan sharking, stolen goods, drugs, and the infiltration of the post-earthquake reconstruction of Naples.
It's a novel, Lila. They can't use my book like that. I didn't narrate real events.
You didn't use names, but lots of things are recognisable.
You've read it?
I told you a long time ago I didn't like the book. Things are told or not told, but you remain in the middle.
It's fiction.
Partly and partly not.
Can I see the article? Oh, look, Tina, you're in the newspaper. It says, Elena Greco with her daughter Tina. Me.
Go on, Emma. Go and play.
You
What have I done?
You've written your novel. It's done. The Solaras are angry, but what do you expect? The Solaras will always be dangerous beasts, Lena. I thought I'd tame Michele, but he's gone back to Marcello. Did you see how he beat up Alfonso? It's me he wanted to beat like that.
I suppose the article will help sell the book. Why don't we screw the Solaras?
If you're serious, I'll help you to really write about the Solaras.
Fine. Let's do it. Together. The book sold very well. Even Adele called to congratulate me on the book, saying it was much improved since she'd last read it. What more did I want?
I wanted more.
You wanted me to destroy the Solaras by writing an article about all their businesses. But when I consulted with the publisher's lawyers, they said it wouldn't even get them a day in prison.
I persisted. I believed in the power of the printed word.
And then came the day Alfonso was murdered.
He was badly beaten, and then they threw his body into the sea. Alfonso.
You became listless. You left the children to me.
There was almost no one at the funeral. Not his family, not his former wife, Marisa. Only Marcello and Michele. They were even at the burial.
How dare they come? Come with me. I'm going to talk to him.
Don't.
Oh, don't come if you're afraid.
All right.
Why'd you come, Mickey? Eh? You're suddenly feeling remorse?
Don't bother me.
You two are finished. You'll have to leave the neighbourhood.
Better if you go while you still have time.
Oh, is that a threat?
Yes.
Don't you dare touch Gennaro or Enzo. Do you understand me? Remember, I know enough to ruin both of you.
You don't know anything, and you've understood nothing. You don't even know I don't care about you anymore.
Come on, Miki, let's go. We're wasting time here.
You think you scare me because Lenuccia is always in the papers? That I'm afraid of someone who writes novels? You were the one, Lila. Even your shadow is better than any flesh and blood person, but you've never understood. So much the worse for you now. I'll take away everything you have.
I'll kill you both! Are you both dead already?
Put that in your next novel, Lennon. And tell her if she doesn't understand yet that both Miki and I have truly stopped loving her.
I kept travelling.
I told you you were neglecting your children. I pointed out to you that Emma was fatherless.
You actually said she didn't have a mother. I wrote a long letter to Nino. I explained that Emma's best friend had a devoted father, her sisters had another devoted father in Pietro, but he never took any interest in his daughter. He eventually agreed to come to Naples. I asked him to lunch. I told him he was to pay exclusive attention to Emma. Nino played his part well.
Where's my little Emma? Where's my daughter?
Nino, hello.
Hello. There she is.
Hi, I'm Tina. I'm the daughter of Lila and Enzo.
Are you now? Emma, come and sit on my lap and look at all the presents Papa has brought you. Oh, Elsa, Dede, how you've grown. You're both stunning. Here, Emma. That is a little present, but here's a really big one.
May I see? Mine.
Come, Tina. Come with me.
I did bring a present for Tina. Here it is. Do you know what it is?
It's a pen. I like it very much. I know how to write.
Already?
I'll show you. That's my name, see? Tina. Shall I write something else?
My God, you look like your mother. But now it's Emma's turn to write.
She can't write.
Do you girls want to see the most beautiful car in the world? I've parked it just outside. Let's all go and have a look, shall we? Come on, Emma, I'll carry you.
I'll check on the food. Don't take too long.
And I'll buy sweets for everyone, but the biggest sweet is for my little Emma, isn't it?
It was Sunday. As soon as the meal was ready and the table laid, I opened the window and looked out. I wanted to call them to come and eat, but the stalls impeded my view. The sight of the Stradone gave me a sense of anguish, the gaiety of Sunday covering the decay. What was I doing in this place? You had drawn me here. I'd thought I could write better, but was that true? I went down the stairs, tiptoeing past your flat so you wouldn't hear and join us. But you were already there, talking to Nino. You were holding Emma. You seemed absorbed by Nino, and I was furious.
Nino!
He didn't hear. Elsa and Dede turned and laughed.
Nino, come here! Emma, you're a big girl. Why are you being held? Come on, Nino, the children have to eat. Where's Tina?
Tina?
She's probably talking to her street vendor. I'll go and look for her.
Oh, you know, Nino, Gennaro used to disappear all the time. One day we couldn't find him anywhere, not at school, nowhere. We were terrified, and I imagined all sorts of things, but we found him sitting quietly in the garden.
You suddenly turned pale.
And so, did you find her? Where is she? Tina? Tina! Tina!
In episode 2 of The Story of the Lost Child by Elena Ferrante, Lila was played by Anastasia Hilly and Lena by Monica Dolan. Nino, Daniel Flynn. Mother, Jane Whittenshaw. Dede, Grace Wingate and Ella Dale. Elsa, Isabel Tinsley and Georgia Taft. Elisa, Nellie Harker. Enzo, Carl Prekop. Carmela, Louise Calf. Marcello, Ben Crow. Michaeli, Daniel Ryan. Alfonso, Nick Armfield. Tina, Sylvie Goodwin. Emma, Grace Piercy. Antonio, Hugh Kermode. The Story of the Lost Child was translated by Anne Goldstein and dramatised for radio by Timberlake Wertenbaker. It was directed by Celia de Wolf and was a peer production for BBC Radio.